And we are on, yay! Hey everyone, it's Tuesday, and it's 2 in the afternoon, and every Tuesday at 2, I'm going live, yay! And I'm seeing that things are looking kind of dark in here, so I'm going to do a little adjustment and see if I can't lighten it up just a little bit. How about that? Does that look better? All right. So I'm going to talk today about moments of inspiration. And the reason that I'm talking about this is because I want you to tie into that moment that the light bulb went off in your head and you went, aha! And you got the idea, like that moment where you got inspired to do that thing that you're doing right now. Like this thing that you do someday in the past, you got some inspiration to start doing it. And what happens with us as entrepreneurs, particularly as solo entrepreneurs, is that we get bogged down in the day-to-day. And we need to tie into that moment of inspiration. So I'm going to share my story, my moment of inspiration, which goes back to a moment about 8 years ago. And I was watching, I was on the internet looking at, probably not my iPad, I don't think I had an iPad then, but I was scrolling through the internet and I came across a TED Talk by a guy named Jonathan Chu. Now, Jonathan is someone who was a producer of dance film, which I'm a big fan of film, and I'm also a big fan of dance. So he was kind of my guy. When I saw that he had done a TED Talk, I went, oh, I want to watch this one. And what he did and what he said was that he had noticed something going on with dance and YouTube. And what he'd noticed was that in the world of breakdancing, what was happening was this amazing phenomenon where lots and lots of people all around the globe were learning from each other by doing dance. So a guy in New York City would bust out some move, make a YouTube video of it, upload it, and then someone in, say, Tokyo would watch that video, learn the move, do something a little bit better, evolve it just a little bit more, make it into their own sort of Tokyo version of that dance, and then make a new video and upload that. And then somebody down in, say, Sao Paulo in Brazil would watch that video and learn the move and add, some capoeira movement to it and make it a Brazilian version of the Tokyo thing, which was based on the New York thing, and make a new video and then upload it. And these videos were being shared, left and right and all over the globe until now. This huge innovation in dance has happened where more people on the planet have learned this one dance form than any number of people doing a single dance form ever in human history. It's kind of amazing. And it's not just more people, it's like this big stretch in the demographics. So like 10-year-olds and 8-year-olds and even 6-year-olds and 5-year-olds are learning these moves that are very athletic, that take, hundreds, if not thousands of hours of practice to learn really well. And they're becoming really masterful. They're becoming really more than competent in terms of being, participatory in this dance form. So when I saw this happening and saw this sort of level of innovation that was possible by bringing together video and the internet and a platform like YouTube where it could all be exchanged, easily, freely by anyone, anywhere, this is where the light bulb went, boom! I went, oh my gosh, imagine what that could do for the rest of us. The rest of us solo entrepreneurs who want to make video and want to share things and learn our best move and share our best move and then send it off across the world and see who else could do it. And to me, it's like, okay, I'm a video guy, I'm a videographer. I want to help people like me, like entrepreneurs like me, learn how to do this, learn how to make video so that they can be sharing what they do back and forth. And this can be zinging around the planet, and it's this huge, empowering, enabling thing. And that was the one moment, that one video when I saw this and I went, wow, great. This is what I want to do. I want to be right in the middle of this phenomenon of the intersection between internet technology and videography. And from that time, 8 years ago, I set myself on a path that has clearly led to what I'm doing right now. So the reason that I'm sharing this story, and if this resonates with you, say something in the comments down below. Like if you're here, say hello, I want to see you, and I want to look down below and see some comments. If you're making video, and you have a light bulb moment to share, I would love to see that. Like, the best possible case would be that you would go out and make your own story that's your light bulb moment and do it as a response video to this video. And I want to talk about this as a technique. There's another layer to this kind of storytelling that I want to share with you guys today, which is that this moment that inspires you, this thing that was the time that the aha reaction went off in your head, is inspiring story to tell, because if you share your inspiration with your audience, they're going to have their own light bulb moment. So, for example, when Jonathan Chu shared his experience of seeing these dancers doing this thing and seeing how this was growing by leaps and bounds across the internet, he had a light bulb moment to create something he called the League of Extraordinary Dancers. And what he did was he went out using YouTube and recruited from YouTube videos people to join this dance troupe that he made, and was this amazing, phenomenal hip hop bunch of dancers doing great moves, and they went on a tour and they got a big audience, and they played for the Oscars. They got their own TED Talk, all of this kind of thing. They got a big audience for this, and this was his moment of inspiration. So for me, by watching his moment of inspiration, it inspired me to go off and do the thing that I do. So the question I have for you is, what moment of inspiration could you share that would set your people off, your audience, with their own light bulb and get them going? Because if you give them this boom, this flashbulb that goes off in their head, that's, first of all, an emotionally strong event for them. They're going to come away from your video feeling activated. They're going to come away from your video feeling inspired to go off and do something. And that's kind of what you want them to do. And if you can then show them, like, here's the next step, the next easy step for you, even better. So that's the kind of thing that you want to do. And of course, it has a purpose of both nurturing your audience and converting them. And I'm just reading my notes here. So yeah, you can take all these things, and this the short term of this, I call this my light bulb story. So your light bulb story, when you're sharing it with the right people, they're going to have this moment where they go, aha, great, eureka. And this is what they need. They need to have this moment of inspiration in order to actually buy from you. In terms of your business and in terms of wanting them to come in and be a client of yours or to work with you in some way, this is one of the things that they're going to need to go through, which is they need this moment of inspiration. It's not enough to just give them the information and give them the how-to and give them all the features of what you do and what it's like to work with you. They need to be feeling inspired. So this is a way to short-circuit that route by sharing your own inspiration, and they will be inspired by you, which means that they'll be inspired, like they'll be feeling that inspiration to come and work with you. So if you get this, if you understand what I'm talking about, down below, say, inspired. I'm inspired. And this is, I'll share another inspiration. All of this thing that I'm talking about is one of the reasons why right now I'm developing a community platform for solopreneurs who are wanting to use live stream or wanting to use video or are already using video. And they want to learn how to do it better. And they want to, when we're all solopreneurs, it's really hard to be working all on our own when we're trying something new. And trying something new like video is pretty darn challenging. But if we were able to create a platform where we can all join together, similar to what was happening with the dancers over on YouTube, where we can share our videos and we can share our best ideas and we can share our experience. Like, I tried this here on Facebook, but then when I went to try it over on LinkedIn, it didn't work. So I tried something different over there on LinkedIn, and now I'm going to share that with you and help you out. What if you could come to a group like that on a regular basis and be posting your questions and have members of the group contributing to the answers that you need to make your thing better? So this is a platform that I am in the moment creating. It's going to be called Livestream Rockstars. And if you're interested in knowing about that community, this is the next step for you. Like, if you want to join in with the intersection of video and internet and innovation in business, this is the platform that I'm creating. And so in the comments down below, say something like, I want to be a rock star. And I will hook you up with that as quickly as I can. It's going to go live in just a couple of weeks. I'm hoping that by the end of June, this thing will be launched. And so if you want to be one of the very early adopters, you can come in and join me on this thing. And not only will we have a community of people who are contributing and talking and conversing and sharing the work that they're doing, but we're also going to have these things that I can call sort of like a live stream team, what would you call, relay, where we go live in small groups and then we each share each other's streams. And so these sort of live stream relay teams will be formed, and they'll all get together and talk on a particular topic, and then they'll share the other streams. And that can happen on a regular basis. And then the third level is that the people, everybody in there will be a solopreneur, and they'll all be making videos, and they all have something to offer. We're going to do a series of live workshops. And so you'll be able to, offer your workshop to the collective audience of this community. And when I mean the collective audience, what I mean is that there's the members of the community, but because all the members of the community are video makers and live streamers, they all have a big audience. So when you give a workshop to this whole collective audience, you're going to be able to reach, a much, much bigger crowd. And so you'll be able to deliver a live workshop, which can be a paid event, and it's another new program revenue stream for you. So it's kind of like virtual public speaking, yay! So we're creating a whole new virtual stage. And again, if you're interested, this is going to be Livestream Rockstars, and you can say in the comments, I want to be a rock star. So let me take a look. I'm going to just check in on Facebook and see if you guys are there, and if anybody is commenting. And while you're commenting, if you want to, not if you want to, if you're feeling like this is a great idea, and you can think of another person who is doing video or live streaming who would be interested in this whole kind of thing, and or just simply sharing their moment of inspiration with us, go ahead and share this video. Click on the share button and send it far and wide. And I'm just checking out here to see if there are comments, and I don't see any yet, so that's okay. And the last thing I'm going to go over is something that was another related moment of inspiration. And so in addition to Jonathan Chu's video, Chris Anderson, who is the organizer of the TED conference, he made a video too. And when he made a video, he was talking about what Jonathan had done and the whole breakdance phenomenon as it relates to a video platform, and how a crowdsourced video was driving innovation in the art form of dance. And he came up with 3 things. He was breaking it down piece by piece. And mind you, this was also 8 years ago. So these 2 videos together, and by the way, I put the links for these 2 videos in the comments down below, so you can watch them at your leisure. And so the second video, which came out shortly after the first one, where he was responding, this was his response video to what Jonathan Chu had done. And he said, okay, here's the breakdown of this, of why this works. And he talked about 3 things. The first one, he said, is you've got to have a crowd. And of course, in the breakdance world, people are standing around on the street doing breakdance moves, and there's a small crowd watching them. And great, you've got a small crowd. But when you take that from the street of whatever city you're in and you put it up online, now you have this really big crowd that's basically global in size and global in reach. Really big, really broad, really diverse. People from all over the place. And then, of course, the second piece is you got to have light. Like this has to be seen. It has to be in the spotlight, and somehow enough people have to see it. So this is where the internet comes in, so that you've got, this crowd of people that's possible to watch this, and you've got this platform that can shed light on it. So in this case, we're talking about video here, and as solo entrepreneurs, we have the capability of doing live video, just like I'm doing right now. And my live video is going out to Facebook, and then I'm going to share it to YouTube, and I'm going to share it to a platform like LinkedIn. Great, it's going to be in both those places. And then, I've got this audience of people, which could be any number. Like if any of you took this and commented down below in any way, and then you shared this video, all of a sudden I'm reaching another whole group of people. And anyone who does that, I'm reaching another group of people with the things that I have to share, with my, light bulb of inspiration. And that's the light. And of course, the third element that Chris talks about is desire. And in the dance world, he explains that, simply the desire is just that if you're doing a good dance move, you're improving your status. And, locally, it means that maybe, you're impressing the audience enough to where, if you're a guy, there's a girl watching you, you get to take her out. Or if you're a girl and a guy's watching you, you get to take him out. There's this social status that's happening because you're one of the best. When it goes global and your video all of a sudden is getting, 1 million views, it gets a breakout viral hit, that's really good status because all of a sudden you're now world famous and you're being recognized as this very innovative, competent rock star of a dancer. Well, the same thing is true for business. When I make a video, and I have a lot of people interacting with my video, and they get shared and commented on, like I know you guys are doing right now. When that happens, so, I'm getting, it's not just about status, but I'm getting recognition for what I'm doing. And if I'm sharing an innovation, or if I'm sharing my motivation and my inspiration, all of those things, that's being recognized. And it's being acknowledged by the crowd. And anytime you go live and you've got a bunch of people saying, I like this, and they hit that like button, and of course, any one of you could do right now, just smash on that like button. When that's happening, I see hearts going by and all that kind of thing. Not only does it feel good, like it's sort of a psychological reward, but it's actually giving me recognition for my ideas and my thoughts and the work that I'm sharing. And this dynamic, back and forth, like I can do this kind of thing, some of you will watch my video and you will be inspired enough to go out and make your own video. That's really the purpose of my work. Like everything I do, I'm wanting to inspire people to go out and make their own videos. So if you guys set forth and start making your videos, especially if you share them back and tell me about them, that's great. It means that I'm getting recognition and I'm getting a response to the work that I'm doing. And you could be doing the same kind of thing with whatever field you're in. You can be reaching out to people, you can be inspiring them to take action. And when they do, you all win. You all win the game. So that's what I have for you today, you guys. And I'm keeping this down to just 20 minutes today. So it's Tuesday at 2. I will be on again next Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Every Tuesday, 2 p.m. Tuesday at 2. It's really easy to remember, especially if you live here on the East Coast of the United States like I do. If you live elsewhere in other time zones, it'll be Tuesday at some other time. And if you live in Australia, like some friends of mine, it's not Tuesday, it's Wednesday. It's another day. But, that's just how it is. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Remember, Livestream Rockstars is opening soon. If you're interested in my community for live streaming solopreneurs, then in the comments down below, say, I want to be a rock star, and I will let you know all about that community that's going to happen very, very soon. And you can jump in and join us and be inspired by the new live stream crew that's happening. So that's it. I'm signing off now. See you again very soon in the next video.